Howdy guys, Walnut Fox here. We're tooling around in our creative world. Actually, we're on top of the Nether ceiling with the upcoming Nether update of 1.16. We're going to need a bunch of gold, and I know that they've added some Nether gold ore, but why mine it when we can farm it? We'll be AFK overnight while we're sleeping, and we'll get us a bunch of gold, and we'll craft her up into gold ingots, and let's get some good stuff from the piglins. So here we are above the Nether roof. There's several different ways to get up here in survival mode. Rayworks has got tons of ways. I've showed a way to get up here in previous videos. You don't even have to break the bedrock anymore. We can just set up a Nether portal up here now in 1.15. So if you link your Nether portal up here, it'll bring you up here. You don't even need this hole. But if you need some gold for bartering, this is about the one of the best ways of doing it. Should get oh, there they come, there they come. Hi guys. I knew you were on your way. We're a little low for the spawning to be pretty good, but if we slide up here, it usually doesn't take very long, and there they go, running off into nowhere. Alright. It's almost a steady stream, and I've only got 5 layers built up. They're pretty small. Honestly, it's 15 by 15. Big hole in the middle, and just some turtle eggs. So, oh, look at all the youngins. Boy, them ones are fast, ain't they? Alright. So, let's see what we need to build this thing. Right down here in this chest, I use bamboo to get to build height. Bamboo. Holy cow. I use bamboo and string to craft scaffolding to get to build height. You're going to need some glass, trapdoors, turtle eggs, magma blocks, and lots of them. So go get you some magma blocks and decimate the Nether before the update. That way when you do the MCA selector deal and remove some regions and some chunks, they'll come back. You'll need some sand and cactus, building block. It doesn't have to be wool. I like to use carpets to spawn proof some stuff. Hoppers, droppers, at least 2 comparators, but if you've been in Nether collecting magma blocks, you've probably got some quartz. Some redstone torches, 1 of them minimum. Couple of repeaters, some redstone dust, some chests, and some sort of items, whether it's been renamed or it's just something that you're never going to find here, just for the item filters. So we'll get started on how to build this. To prepare for 1.16 to keep our regular piglins and hoglins from spawning, we can use magma blocks on these levels. So just like in the other pigman farm, we've got a tower in the middle with trapdoors and a 5 with the corners filled in, hole through the center, and turtle eggs sitting here in level with the pad. That way there's 2 air blocks above it, and the pigmen think they can come over and jump on top of it. So like in the other one, I think I've got several pads for spawning, and we obviously need to have a glass roof on it so that we don't get any ghast spawning. So I'm going to fill in, make about 4 layers of this, maybe 5, and we'll put the collection area under there. And I'll catch you when we get back. Alright, so we've got like 5 levels built up here. I was going to show you how to do the set up your turtle eggs. I was just using some wool here. You can use whatever block you want. Go 1 block below into the middle here, so there'll be 3 from any direction, and set your egg on it. And then you can break all these blocks and it'll stay there. And just put this against your turtle egg. Make sure that you're not too close. And close up. And then remember to hold shift and place 2 more. Not there, right here, right here, and right here. And then it's just fill in the edges, so that way the pigmen think that they can run across these trapdoors. And it seems like if you have these corner ones, the guys in the corners will just run straight off, kind of at an angle, and head on down there. You can take these out and put another trapdoor there, but saves you on some trapdoors. I know that the magma blocks aren't exactly cheap, but since how it's the it's a Nether update, gold is going to be important. So bartering with these guys, and I guess it's they're not pigmen anymore, they're zombified piglins, but they act the same. So we'll see if we can't get these set up quickly here. Once you get in a rhythm though, boy, it's just place some trapdoors. One thing that I will mention though is that you probably don't want to leave your scaffold over there, because if I remember right, magma blocks, magma cubes, these are magma blocks, magma cubes can spawn on this too, and they can pathfind up and kind of climb that scaffolding, which is, I think it's more they just bounce up it. It's not necessarily that they climb it, but you know what I mean. So, alright, I'll finish this up, and then we'll want to go down another 25 blocks from here just to make sure that we've got enough. We'll come down and we'll build a collection pad, and then we'll see how this thing works. But first, let's head up here and see. Oh yeah, look at them go. Yeah, once she gets a going, it's like a steady rain of a minute. Yeah. Right on. Okay, I'll catch you when I get done with that. All right, guys. So I came down 25 blocks from the from this level here. So just to give us plenty for the pigmen to guarantee that they're gonna die right here. It's kind of a steady rain. So there's 9 hoppers here, one pointing down in the middle, and then the rest all point into it. And I came down 1 extra hopper because I don't want to suck anything out of here prematurely. And then I started our hopper line across here. You can go as far as you want. This is just an arbitrary number. I just picked a spot over here, stuck a block, and came back. So then I started our item filter. And this is a single slice of the Impulse SV item filter that he invented when the comparator first came out. So quite some time ago. This will only allow gold nuggets to come through. These are filter items that won't show up in the system. You can also name these, whatever you rename them. That way they act as a filter. So to do these item filters, you always, come down 4 blocks is what I have found from our hopper line that carries all the items across, and then we put in a chest. So we'll put in a chest here, a hopper on top of it. Remember, you have to hold shift to do all that. And then we want this shape. It doesn't have to be wool. It can be cobblestone. It can be iron blocks. It can be quartz if you're super rich by now and that's what you want to build it out of. Go ahead. Trading with masons, definitely you can definitely get a lot of quartz. You place a redstone torch here and a repeater here. This repeater unlocks the hopper by shutting this torch off. This torch powers this block and it locks this hopper. That way nothing can go through it. The reason that these hoppers are facing that way is, one, so that the comparator can read them. It can read them if it's facing down, but it slows down the items long enough to get read. So hold shift, place your hopper there, 4 items that are not being transferred, and then your other items. Well, in this case it's gold nuggets, and then 3 redstone dust. As soon as this reaches a signal strength of 3, which is 42 items, then it will send a signal here. See it change? And what that does is this repeater unpowers this torch and allows things to filter through. So you don't need to stack these item filters up all the way across here unless you want to save the rotten flesh and anything else that they decide to drop. If you want to have something over here to collect up all the gold swords and run them off into an auto smelter to gather up all the rest of the gold nuggets, you can definitely do that. But you don't have to. I've put down a few chests, and you can definitely fill those up in only an hour or so. Alright, last thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the end of our hopper line because we don't want all this rotten flesh in here, you know. So we are going to 24 there, 41 there. Yep. We're going to dispose of it, and we're going to use a dropper. So what we're going to do is we're going to face this down. Remember to hold shift. That way everything goes in here. And then we're going to go down 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can use lava or, you know, to dispose of your items. I like using cactus because, hey, it doesn't burn stuff down. And then it gives us 1 air gap between here. That way when this grows, it pops off, breaks itself. So what we are going to do is we're going to make a little cage so that everything stays there. Remember, if you put a block here, 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 this will pop off. So we don't want to do that. I'm going to take these 2 corners out because we don't need them. I'm going to come out 2 blocks and then up a block, fill this in, and I'm going to come out here like this. And what we are going to do is we're going to make this a smart dropper, so that way anytime anything comes in here that we don't want, that we're not filtering out, it disposes of it. Okay? So what we need to do is get rid of that block because we don't need it. Comparator. And then we're going to use a repeater into this block because we want the signal strength to be 100%. 15 is what we want coming out of this, because even if we have 1 item in here, we want it to go away. And we're going to use dust here, here, and here. See how that makes a clock? I put mine in subtract mode most of the time just to keep it from getting stuck. Dust here, and a repeater. And you'll see it spits out all of our rotten flesh, and our friend the cactus here breaks it. There are no items in there now. This is completely empty. And then I like to use some carpets in here because it definitely makes stuff spawn proof. We darn sure don't want any ghasts spawning around here. So that's your collection system all done up. Now you're going to need a lot of hoppers for this. So, you know, if you're on top of the nether ceiling looking for gold, you're probably got some iron saved up. You might even have the start of an iron farm. So we'll head up our scaffold if I can get there, and we'll see what we can see here. There's our 5 levels. Ghasts can't spawn on it. We'll go up to build height. We should start getting some spawns down there, and like I said, you can, oh yeah, look at them go. Oh, there they are. Run, run. Step on them turtle eggs. Give us your gold. Yar. Right on. Well, there it is. It's almost a steady stream of pigment with just these 5 layers here. There's about 204 magma blocks in each layer, but this guarantees that in the 1.16 update, only zombified piglins will spawn here. So hopefully this has been helpful. You know, hey, if you like it and you can use it in your world, build her up. Hopefully this has helped, and If it's something you can use, hit me up with a like rating, and if you haven't already, subscribe. It's free. I like making stuff like this and showing people how to do it. So as always, until the next one, have some fun and play some games. See ya.